Hiya. Shut up, Carmen. That's enough. Ah, why can I hear myself? Gross. Why does my frickin' preview keep on bloody muting itself? It's disgusting. No one wants to hear this voice. That's why no one's here. Hi, anybody that's already here. Hi, Beal. How you doing? Hi. Why is the camera so fucking low? The lighting is completely horrendous and I've literally just corrected it. The only issue with the camera where it is, because I have to have the windows behind me, I can't not. I've got a new stand coming. The issue with it being where it is I only have one stand and it doesn't go any lower. Hence the weird angle. I've got one coming that's one of the vertical ones that you can change the height a bit better. Hopefully I can move it to the other side of the monitor and we'll be back to pointing at the kitchen. So the windows won't be in the background as much. Or from the kitchen window. It's one or the other. It's either kitchen window or it's back bloody doors, ruining the lighting. I don't have an option. Literally all I've got. Well, short of having the camera off to my left and you'll just see the left side of my face. That's literally it. Those are the options. Yeah. Hi. We're going to do some Beacon Pines. We played the demo of this almost a year ago. I don't know exactly when it was we played it, but it was a long fucking time ago. It was last summer minimum, possibly even earlier in the year last year. Yeah, we did this same time we did the Terra Nil. I think it was the same stream that we did the Terra Nil demo as well, which was also on the list. I took it off the list because I think if I do get it, it's still on my Steam wish list, but I think stream-wise it's a bit too chill. It's basically like a very, very watered-down Civ kind of game, and it's a bit too chill for stream, I think, for me. So I'm gonna, that might be my like a little chill off game, off camera game for me. But this one, however, it grabbed my attention enough that it has not left my list, but I don't remember enough of it to remember what grabbed my attention. All I remember is it was cute, the art style was cute, it's anthropomorphic little animal people, and something dark happens towards the end of where the demo ended. And that's why I was like, ooh, I might have to play this to find out what actually happens. So we're going to do that. We're going to do until 5:30, so 2.5 hours. No, that's not 2.5 hours. That's 2.5 to 3 hours. This, and then we'll end with a little bit of DBD. If anyone's around to Swift, we'll do Survivor. If no one's around and says yes, I want to Swift, I'll do Killer. And then we should be raiding over to Straker, depending on when he starts his stream. He was going to stream yesterday. It was going to be at 8 PM. Then he pushed it back to today because he had not a good brain day, in his words. you know what that means. Yesterday, so he pushed it back to today. And if he's on by the time we finish, I would like to raid him, but I don't want to go in too much later than 8 o'clock because Tom's had a crap day, I've had a crap day. Crap sleep. Both knackered. Both could do with a good night's sleep and go to bed early. And I'm cooking. So, yeah. I have technically started this. I think I loaded it up and it says press space. I press space and it starts reading this book out. So I was like, I'm going to wait until the stream because if this is the start of the game and it goes straight in, I don't want to have to close and restart and shit. Here around Swift, not doing anything today due to the weather here. Okay, we'll do Swift then. Let me switch. It'll be around 5:30. And we'll do till 8ish. Yeah.
Allow me to introduce you to my book. Though it might at first appear like many books you've come across, it is far from
volume
ordinary.
okay? You hear what she's saying well enough? There is a weird crackliness in the sound that is actually in the game. I can hear it in the wind. If you can hear the crackliness, ignore it.
Misunderstandings about its nature. The story that awaits you has not been fully told. In fact, its conclusion is not yet known, even to myself. It is in that way that my book is special. It is in that way that you are special.
It is in that way that you can fuck up someone's life in this game.
Without you, there is no story.
Oh, also, I'm going to try this coffee. What was it? Coffee. Milk and coffee. Why? Can. I had one of my, one of these little instant tea cups that we got with the Asian market order just before stream, and it was delightful. I had the black tea and milk boba tea, so it came with little jellies, but like cocoa milk jellies, cocoa water jellies. I don't know. Coconut water jellies. That was it. It was delightful. Ooh. That smells really strong of coffee, but the taste is really, really mellow. Ooh. Hopefully there's enough caffeine in it to wake me up better, because I am fucking tired.
Chapter 1. Normal isn't what it used to be. This is a story about change.
I also like the fact that it's reading a sentence at a time, then it stops until I hit space. If I need to talk, I'm not interrupting shit.
Nestled in a shallow valley is the town of Beacon Pines. Far from the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, a young boy walks alone at dawn.
And there's us,
His
the
name
little...
is Luca Van Horn, and like you, dear reader,
Deer?
he's here for a reason.
Was I a deer or a goat? I think I was a goat. I think he's a goat. Luca Van Horn. This is us. Yeah, I do need to read some of it. Hey, Dad. How are things going? Today is the first day of summer vacation. I'm just going to preface this again. It starts off cute as fuck. Like, look at the art style. Look at what's happening. It's cute as fuck and adorable. And shit happens. Don't expect it to be this all the way through. This isn't why I was interested. The art caught me. That's why I tried the demo. The story got me to want to play it again. I start middle school next year, I guess. I was 6 years old when you died. Wait, what's middle school age? How old are you when you start middle school? $11 to 12. Well, it's been a minute since the dad died. It's been 6 years now. Fucking answer my question. Okay, it's 12. Run out. You'll have been gone longer than you were here. Which is depressing. Feels like that should mean something. I've always said this tree was your favourite spot in the world. Understandable, that's a gorgeous tree. Me too. Why do I remember you annoying me? Hey, Luca. I knew I'd find you here.
Rollo was Luca's closest friend. He possessed many fine qualities, but subtlety was not one of them.
Hi, have you met me? I don't do subtlety. I think you're a cunt, I'll call you a cunt. Well, after I banged on your door till your gran answered, and after I checked the pond, and climbed up to the treehouse, then I knew I'd find you here.
Rollo finally noticed the tears welling in his friend's eyes, and the flowers on the grave.
Oh yeah, right. You and your mom always did this on your dad's birthday? Yeah. I didn't know if you were going to keep doing it now that your mom's gone too. We're an orphan and we live with our gran. Oh, okay, she's not gone. She's just missing. Okay, don't remember that in the demo. This was in the demo. The demo is like the first part of the story up to a certain point. Sorry, I meant to say since she went missing. She's going to come back, Rollo. Of course she is. Guessing that's part of the story. Finding the mum. Okay, Dad, see you next time. Think I'm ready to get out of here. Sure, lead the way. Hold on, can I? So, oh, how about jump? Stop. Clicked out by mistake. Okay, so I need to remember this one. The mouse isn't locked to the screen. I moved the mouse too far and clicked off. Do I have a... E and space do the same thing. Just appears to be jump and interact. Possibly. Yep. Seem to have a run. Control stops me moving, which is interesting. We just run in certain places, okay. Found a charm of tickle. Can't interact with because the mouse doesn't actually do anything on the game.
Wonderful. I had a good feeling about you from the moment you opened my book. That charm is a very special thing. Very special indeed.
Very little of this term subtlety around here, literally. It's not a thing. It's not in our vocabulary.
Keep hold of it for now. Its purpose will reveal itself soon enough.
Oh, I think the charms are what things like you can collect them and then certain things you can interact with, like in conversations, you can change based on the charms you've got, kind of thing. I don't want to just keep... I want to get rid of all of this. And or does it respawn too quick? Because it was quite a while after our first sneeze. No, it respawns too quick! Damn it. Ruined it. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Whole reason I was looking for you. I was wondering if you'd ever get to that. It literally look at his face like, yeah, what? What is it? Found the perfect way to start our summer. How's that?
Rollo looked to the side suspiciously.
House, I'm guessing. Oh, no, not here. They might be watching. I'm still on the piss because I'm sitting at a weird angle. To the camera when I'm not. I'm sitting straight. They who? Not so loud. We need to do this in a secure location. Mission control. Alright, I just have to tell Grant and then we can head out. What are you going to tell her? No, I'll think of something. The worst thing is, on the camera on the stream currently, I look like I'm sitting fairly straight. Clearly not, though, because look at the door. That's not straight. That's on the piss. And the camera in front of me is on the piss. How do angles work? How do angles work? Ugh. If it's all the same to you, I'll meet you at the welcome sign. Your grand still kind of wigs me out. Don't do well with new people. You moved in like half a year ago. Just meet me at the sign when you're done. Do yourself. I won't be long. Tell Ground before heading out with Rover. Okay, so we've got objectives.
Dear reader, forgive me for this interlude. Remember that charm you found in the dandelion patch? There are more of those special charms to discover throughout Beacon Pines. They've been known to reveal themselves to those who are willing. Some of them can be found in this very house.
Oh, hello.
Since Gran had moved in, the house was more peaceful, more orderly, and more covered in flowery fabric.
Standard. What is it with grandmas and flowery? Yeah. Why is that genuinely a thing?
One of his father's old stethoscopes.
Dad was a doctor?
Luca had spent countless hours listening to anything and everything with it. Not for years, though.
Oh, hello. We've got the ponder charm. Get off the chair. Glide off the chair.
Gran had already lit the fire. She kept a warm house, as if by grandmotherly obligation.
Back or upstairs? Go upstairs first.
Luca paused at his parents' bedroom door. He just wasn't ready to go in yet.
Fair, if it's only been like 6 months since the
Gran
mom
had
disappeared.
commandeered the upstairs closet when she moved in.
Was it?
Some things need shelter from a young boy's mischief, she said.
Well, the grandma's hiding shit. Okay.
Luca tossed on his favorite old sweater. Even though it was the first day of summer, a chill still hung in the air.
Well, the question is, are these charms like repeat use or do I get one use per thing? Because that's already quite a few
Gran's moving
charms.
in meant that most of Luca's things had been crammed in the corner. Luca was somewhat annoyed by the situation.
Okay, so we share a room. He just hid things in the closet. It was worded a bit weird. I was like, she's sleeping in the closet?
Gran's bed was undisturbed. Luca didn't mind that she had a habit of falling asleep in front of the fireplace. It meant that he could read late into the night.
Yeah, where the hell is Grandma?
Just some dusty knickknacks.
Wondering what that was about to say then. I just saw Nick. Like, just some dusty knickers sitting on the side.
The only piece of furniture Gran had brought when she moved in was an old hutch.
Sorry, hutch? What about that is a hutch? No, will not leave the tap running. I'll keep. And re-interact once
A
I've
pair of dull
interacted with them
scissors, a
more.
broken can opener, a mostly empty bottle of glue, and some loose string.
Is that a... Okay.
An array of prepared meals crowded the refrigerator, each labeled with a day of the week. Oh my, this is quite exciting. I am now certain that you are the one I've been waiting for all these. You'll recall I was a bit coy regarding the use of
Didn't mean
charms
to skip that.
earlier.
Hit the button by mistake.
Excuse me, I tend to have a flair for the dramatic. You are about to encounter your first turning point. There are certain times in this tale when everything hinges on a single word. Step forth, dear reader.
I don't
A
want to know
sturdy
you've said
old
that.
wheelbarrow. Young Luca would spend hours hiding in the bushes, waiting for a chance to jump out and startle his mother. She always enjoyed humoring him by feigning
This garden is
terror.
way too well kept.
A beginner's guide to gardening laid open on the bench.
No, Grandma. Anything else? And I'm confused. Are we a goat or are we a deer? Because she's giving deer in the face and the ears. He's giving goat. Because it's white and fluffy. Or are we supposed to be like a reindeer? Hey, Gran, I'm going to go hang with Rolo for the day. See you later. Hold up now. Where are you and Rolo headed exactly? Oh, nowhere special.
The less Gran knew, the better for everyone involved.
Back to the book. Ah, we were just going to go... chill for the day.
Just gonna go chill for the day. The best lies are built on truth.
Boys are always in a hurry to do nothing. Stick to what we're good at. Nothing. Or make sure you're done chilling in time for supper.
Easy. Impressive.
Shake
You've
your fucking
managed
stick
to
at me.
navigate your first turning point without too much of a mess. That is the power of charms. A single word can change everything. I think it's time to introduce you to the Chronicle. The Chronicle is a record of the decisions you've made. You can see the turning point which has been revealed. At any time, you can use the Chronicle to go back and invoke different charms, creating new branches. Luckily for us, this is the one and only turning point where the charms won't dramatically alter fate. It's the perfect opportunity to experiment with rewriting things.
We're not going to rewrite things. We are going to pick once, pick a word, and we're done. But if I know this one doesn't really change anything, I might keep chill. Actually, no, we'll stick with chill. We'll stick with what we've got.
Just gonna go chill for the day.
We're going to just run through the game without glitching. If we can. If there's like a point where you get stuck unless you do go back, we'll have
The
to,
best
obviously.
lies are built on truth.
Yeah, we've done this
Easy.
conversation. Okay, let's go. Oh, and Luca, you and Rolo stay out of trouble. Also, when I say we're finishing this next week, we'll do half now, half next week. It'll be next stream. Like Wednesday, probably. Just so I don't forget what the hell's going on. As easily. Let's be honest, I'll still forget. No, I know. Stay out of trouble. Get into trouble with Rolo. Okay. instantly do exactly the opposite of what Grandma just told us. We're going to meet him by a sign. Oh, hello. Come on, come on! Get Rolo.
For a town that saw few visitors, the welcome was perhaps more grand than necessary.
I'll go the other way.
The road leading to Beacon Pines was long and uninspiring, a sort of natural barrier for the impatient.
Hello. You know the drill. Don't let anyone discover our secret path. Okay.
Chapter 2. Welcome to Beacon Pines. For many years, this valley had been a small mining outpost. It wasn't until Sharper Valentine built his fertilizer company that Beacon Pines was established.
Sharper Valentine. That feels like a dig to me, to be honest. They're the Sharper Valentine bastards.
Over the next 30 years, the town had grown and prospered until the foul harvest and his sudden death.
Valentines?
In the 6 years since, everyone was simply trying to get by.
Wait. It's sudden death. Are we on about Sharper Valentine, who built the fertilizer company that made Beacon Pines a known place? Or are we talking about our dad? Because that was also 6 years ago. Guessing our dad. Our dad died at some foul harvest? Hello, can I talk to you? Ah! Talk to you. Hey, Mr. Kerr, who is a hyena. Hey there, pal.
William
I think
Kerr
hyena.
was the CEO of Perennial Harvest Company. He had become a fixture around town over the past few years. After the failing of Valentine Fertilizer, the town was hungry to welcome a new source of employment.
Excited for the big festival? Sure. Come on now, when I was your age, there was nothing more exciting than a town festival. But when you were my age, there was no electricity. I don't know if this world has electricity, I'm just going to say it, regardless. There's got to be. There's things on that building that would require electricity. Food, the music, the dancing. Sounds pretty alright. You're gosh dang right it is. I'm looking forward to letting off some steam myself. Make sure to invite all your little friends. All of them. Don't we only have Rolo so far? Couldn't keep Rolo away if I tried. Excellent. Sorry, Luca, I've got to get back to the proverbial grindstone. A harvest awaits and all that. Oh, now. That side's a little low. And you're a dog of some sort. Not sure which, but dog. Sorry, young Mr. Van Horn, can't talk now. Very busy with
Mayor
preparation.
Augustus Valentine was not busy.
Oh, sorry, Gus. How many times do I... Mayor Va...
Flustered, Gus instinctively loosened his tie.
Excuse me. Keep up the good work. I must briefly attend to a concerned citizen. Huh? Nothing, keep at it. Alright, what can the Mayor of Beacon Pines do for you today? Oh, saying hi, I guess. Well, day to you too, young Mr. Van Horn. Sure. Oh. Why are we just having a chill against the fence post? No reason. Hey, Mr. Sinclair.
Mr. Sinclair continued snoring and lifted one eyelid just enough to see who it was, a tactic he often used to avoid undesirable conversation.
To be fair. Yoo-hoo, Mr. Sinclair. Ah, don't you see I'm sleeping, boy? How's the napping today? Crummy as always. Used to have a perfectly nice view from here. The perennial harvest, but that monstrosity of a building in the way. Why don't you just move your chair a bit? Why should I be the one that moves? If it's a showdown they want, I'm gonna be the one who blinks. My eyes are shut. Oh, hello. Is there someone else then? Come on, Andy, grab his wallet. I'm sorry, Iggy, I can't. Do it or we pound you. No comment. Yeah, but my mom said, yeah, but. I had a nickel for every yeah, but. You're the freaking king of nickels. Ain't that right, Titch? Okay, so we have a cat, a little ginger cat, and a rhino, I'm guessing, that are bullies, and they're picking on the little bunny. How did I manage to go past you above, but I can't get past you back down? What the fuck? Come on, anything in the trash? No? Mr. Van Horn, do you have a moment? Just Luca. Ollie, I'm sorry, it's my first week at Perennial
He pulled a
Harvest.
pen from the pocket of his sweater vest and began to frantically jot something down on a clipboard.
Little dear's name is not Mr. Van Horn, he doesn't like it. That's what he wrote. Wonderful, it won't happen again. Excuse me. If we're going to be on a first name basis, then you can call me Pete. Oh, nice to meet you, Pete. Sorry, what are you writing? Oh, just documenting. Gosh, it's exciting to be part of something so darn special. You know, it's not just about new fountains and phone booths. We're going to change the world. It all starts here in Beacon Pines. Isn't that amazing? Sure. Anyway, I'd better get... Oh, that reminds me. We'd love to hear your thoughts. My thoughts? You bet. If we're going to change this town, we need to get every detail right. Sounds intense. Changing the world is intense. What do you say? Would you answer a few questions? I guess if it's quick. Wonderful. Open to answering a few quick questions. One down. See, it's not that hard, is it? Oh, okay, we're going already. Question 2. What is something you love about Beacon Pines? I've already thought about it before. Perfect. Wasn't the answer. The only place I've lived. See, that wasn't so painful.
He stopped scribbling and glanced up from the clipboard.
Was it? I guess not. Huzzah! First 3 questions answered in record time. Are you literally writing down everything? Thank you so much for your time. Need to process these answers. We can save the rest of your thoughts for later. Okay. A harvest awaits. Oh, that's weird. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm supposed to be following Rolo. Mission control. Authorized personnel only. I wonder where we're going. Hey, Jetson. Is the line playing any tunes today? No bites this morning, I'm afraid. Come to think of it, I can't remember the last time I reeled one in. But hey, it was never about the catch. This is where I come to think. My dad used to do here. Have you thought maybe there's just no fish left in this little pond? Because... very likely. That reminds me, if you ever want this chair back, his chair back, I've taken to standing recently. Keeps me from falling asleep at the reel. Don't mind, I think it should stay. Not at all. An empty chair makes for a great listener.
Whenever Luca saw his dad's chair by the pond, it reminded him of the days they'd pack up a couple of sandwiches and fish until sundown. Luca opened the tackle box and picked the perfect bait. Luca tied a shoestring to the hook. What fish could resist a nice shoestring?
Sure. I'm not sure what Tickle would have done. I want a fish first. Oh, you'll have to reel it in a bit faster or your catch will lose interest. Hold on. Hold on.
Luca tied what fish could...
I need to do it on the first bob. I got a boot. Because we use a shoestring. Not funny. Do you think the other one is? Hard to say. Sometimes things drift away. That's not fair. It's not. Or whatever it is, I hope that other boot at least has a sock to keep it company. I want to go again. Can I get something different?
Luca tied what fish could...
We'll try Tickle as well after. You got the same boot. Okay. Makes me wonder if there was other bait charms we could have had by this point.
Luca gently baited a feather onto the hook. Good for skimming
Ickle,
the surface.
feather. Got you. Okay. Got a rubber ducky. Well, I'll be switched. It's your old rubber ducky. You were just a little drooling ball of fur when you lost that. Cried for days. Told you it'd turn up. Many years later. Could I keep these? Looks like we could use some new bait. What do you say we head out and find some more? Ah, okay, so we can go back and do that again at some point when we've got more bait options. Interesting.
The boys had a good thing going, as long as they kept old Jeff happy. They had an endless source of precious materials to add to the treehouse.
Who's Jeff? Nothing else?
After Luca's father had passed, Rollo became obsessed with them building their own Hank atomic star scraper. It was some time before Luca realized it was Rollo's way of keeping him occupied.
Yeah, I'm just saying it. We're done. This is the rest of the stream. We're just gonna nap. Got many pings. Many pings. Oh, hang on, one striker. Yeah, we're not raiding Striker. We're still having a bad brain weekend. Fair enough. Fair enough. We can just go to 8ish and then find someone.
Luca's winter coat decommissioned for the summer. With the cold holding out longer than usual, he reconsidered its usefulness.
Let me put it on!
Luca looked up at the satellite dish. Rollo nearly killed himself putting that up into the tree.
Oh, hello.
While it didn't turn the radio into an interstellar communicator, as he'd hoped, it did at least boost the signal enough to overhear truckers one town over.
Yeah. Okay, that's exactly what you want to hear, truckers, and what they're getting up to. Okay, what's this top secret plan to start our summer? So you know the abandoned warehouse by my place? The old Valentine building? Yeah, well it isn't abandoned. Which makes you think that. I'm pretty sure that's pretty much where the demo ended when we get to that bit. I'm going to go in. Get this, last night, it was glowing. Look, are you sure? Kinda. Place has been empty since the foul harvest. Yeah. We would even want to poke around that place. We would, Rollo. We would. Wait. It's just a busted old warehouse. It just meant we could do some research at the library. You actually want to go to the warehouse? What do you expect to find? Answers. My mom's out there somewhere, and it seems like everyone wants to pretend that she's gone for good. You don't have to come, Rollo, if you don't want to. Luca, remember that time I sort of accidentally burned down the chicken coop? You jumped in and said it was your fault before my pa throttled me? This is flaming chicken coop sort of deal. This is a flaming chicken coop sort of deal. I've got your back. Thanks, Rollo. Now that I think about it, poking around a decrepit fertilizer warehouse is exactly how I want to spend the first day of summer. What's wrong with kids? Why is that seeming to get darker? Okay.
On certain nights, when the clouds were just right, the boys could tune into strange patterns of static.
Didn't realise I could click on the radio.
Rolo thinks it's aliens. He always thinks it's aliens.
He seems the type. He does seem the type. Okay, where are we going? Excuse me. Just catching my breath a bit. Go on, I'll catch up. We got Town Hall. Last Chance Diner over that way. Get in this house. We have a coffee shop. Click, god damn it.
Luca could see the morning regulars nestled in their booths at the Early Bean.
Early Bean. What name? Hello, lady. Hey, Mrs. Nelson. Morning, Luca. Any plans for the summer? Not really. Heard anything about the old fertilizer warehouse? Any strange happenings? I'll say I have. By the way, a dusty old warehouse is no place for a young boy. You be safe now. Bitch, I'll do what I want. You ain't my mother. You don't know where she is. Hey, Zariel? Ariel with a Z? Zariel? I don't fucking know. Hiya, Luca. Let's just go with Ariel. We'll ignore the Z. It's silent. Could you please tell this lazy butt to help out in the cafe? Lumi, Ariel would like you... Luca, let me give you a little gem of advice. If you never do what you don't love, you'll never work a day in your life. You never do what you don't love, you'll never work a day in your life. I mean, to be fair, he's not wrong. They're not wrong. Sure. You're really setting the kid up for success. Hey, they weren't wrong. Piper? Oh, hey, Luca, what's up? You know it's summer break, right? Of course. And it's like morning. Correct. And you're studying? Like they say, the early bird gets the proper education required for a successful and fulfilling career later in life. Also technically not wrong. So, you know, the clock person.
Miss Hatch could often be found near the fountain, too absorbed in a book to be distracted.
Two wandered down the wooded path, unaware of the danger ahead. Oh, this is getting good.
Holden
Jesus.
Wilder ran the local paper of record, the Beacon Beacon.
The Beacon. Really? Hey, Mr. Wilder. Morning, Luca. What's the day have in store for you? Was wondering if you heard any news about... News? The Beacon knows the news that needs knowing. That's a sentence. Any news about the old fertilizer warehouse? Nope. Oh. Rolo thought he saw some lights there last night. Rolo ought to be careful poking around that part of town. The winds of change are blowing. Change is a dangerous animal. Okay. Oh, you're Rolo's family, aren't you? Like, you're both ginger cats. Wait, are they supposed to be cats or are they supposed to be like lions or something? Because they're quite fluffy. Luca, just the fella I was looking for. Hey, Roxy, what's up? Roxy and Rolo.
Oh, right. Rendezvous with Roxy. This is an important turning point. The first time where your charms will change the course of fate. And currently, we only have one suitable charm at our disposal. Have no fear, we can always return later using the Chronicle once we find more charms.
So we might need to use the Chronicle and return to this bit later.
Well, now I'm just rambling. Where were we?
Have you seen my blockhead brother today? He skipped out before breakfast. Well, not really, no. Can't say I have. Can't say or won't say. Roxy, would I lie to you? Luca, wait up, I almost forgot to tell you. Roxy might be lurking around here. This is one of her favourite places to stand around and be useless. So we need to make sure she doesn't spot us. Why are you doing that turning thing with your body? What, you're not scared, are you? She's harmless. And a chump. She's right around that corner, isn't she? Fuck's sake. Don't mind me, just over here lurking, uselessly. Oh, hey, sis. Nice weather we're having, eh? Couldn't help but notice you snuck out this morning before breakfast. Wasn't hungry. Also couldn't help but notice that your morning chores were left unchored. Roxy, I'm gonna level with you. I'm sick and tired of digging up carrots. We all gotta pick up the slack since the foul harvest. Almost every carrot I dig up is rotten, and the rest look like they were hit with Hank Atomic's shrink array. All the more reason to keep on digging. It's gotta be more to life than puny carrots. Look, Roxy, Luca, Look, Roxy, Luca and I have places to be, so if you don't mind... Oh, I do mind. I'm not going to catch hell again because of you. So either you march yourself home and harvest those carrots, or I haul you home myself.
Rollo froze as Roxy took a step toward him, cracking her knuckles.
Aggressive.
Luca knew he had one chance to save his friend from being dragged home.
In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little...
In the past, he found the best way to deal
Yeah,
with
we
an
definitely
enraged
need... We're
Roxy
definitely going to need
was
to come back with a
be
new
little
word
chill.
at some point, because that's not going to go down well, is it? Come on, Roxy, it's the first day of summer, the sun's shining, and we just want to take it easy. Why is he... He's literally leaning up against the wall like a right twat. Let's leave tomorrow's problems for tomorrow. That's great and all, but Rollo's problems have a way of becoming my problems. Tara always says tomorrow's work is best left for yesterday. It's also valid. March, you big oaf. Ah, rats. I expect a full report about the Valentine place. A full report! Wow, so now we're going by ourselves. I'm guessing we find something better to do there so that he can come with us. So, Fitz, what are you up to this lovely day? Nope. Cool, cool, cool. Trying to be suave and it's just not working. Wait, can I go to this cafe around here? Whatever it was. Oh, hello. Diner, that was it. Up at Dawn Newsstand. Hey, Dawn. Sorry to wake you. Oh my god, she's fucking adorable. I need a bat person in my life. No problem, it comes with the job.
Dawn had dreams of becoming a big-time reporter. At night, she searched for the story that could be her big break. By day, she hawked papers at the newsstand.
What's up? Rollo said he saw something strange going on at the warehouse, so my lips are dry as a motherfucker. You're not used to like having a lip balm thing that's actually like a lipstick. It's weird. Said he saw something strange going on at the warehouse. Know anything about that? You might say I've heard some things. I'm working on a story about it right now. So what's going on? Can't say quite yet. I still need to follow up on a few leads. Keep me in the loop, okay? Sure thing. Things seem to be quiet in town today. Yep, everyone is preparing for the festival. She'll be back to normal tomorrow. Catch you then. Catch you then. Oh, and Luca, I'm really sorry I haven't been able to find out anything about your mom yet. Just grateful that you tried. Okay, so Dawn is a friend. We at least have that knowledge tucked away. Still keeping my ears up. But Luca isn't our only friend. Just as much as she wants news, she's not going to go out of her way to help with a weird thing like that otherwise. Yes, Mrs. Fratelli is getting ready for the festival. The Last Chance Diner is fucking closed. Not very last chance if you can't get in. Sharper Valentine, founder of Beacon Pines, and he was also some form of dog creature. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time.
A bit much, if you ask me.
Indulgent. Full of shit, more like. Oh. Hello, Solomon. Solomon? What a name. Apologies, no time for chit-chat. Okay, fuck you then.
Jeff's hardware closed down about a year ago. The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing.
Point. Looks like the library hasn't opened yet. I'll check back later. Luca, my boy, hold up a tick. Oh, hey, Mr. Nuncreed. What a name, Nuncreed. I was just on my way to... I just sold the last jar of your grandmother's preserves. Can't stock the shelves fast enough, turns out. Hey, that's great, but I'm actually... I guess Juniper will just have to swing by with more of her lovely jam. Sorry, I have grandmothers called Juniper. Okay, then. Well, don't let this old man slow you down. You just remind her that she still owes me that dance.
A promise Gran regretted the second it was made.
Okay. She's a fine woman, that Juniper. Yeah, she's pretty cool, I guess. A real fine woman. Gotta go. Sweeter than any jam on earth. You are disgusting.
The phone booth was brand new, part of Perennial Harvest's Beacon Pines Reborn initiative. It didn't see much use.
Ooh. I don't remember you in the demo. Hey, Joey. How's the bug hunt going? Not great. I don't remember the fishing thing in the demo earlier, so I'm guessing some things they took out of the demo entirely, just to not spoil stuff. Bugs have been shy this week. Bugs get shy? Oh sure, bugs aren't that different from people. Sometimes they just want to be left alone. What do you mean sometimes? All the time. Always leave me the fuck alone. Saying in a stream where people actively shouldn't leave me alone, but that's not the point. If you're going into Weep Wood, sounds horrible, just be careful where you step. No bug crunching, got it. Okay, so as a favour to him, if we see a bug on the floor, we avoid it. Well, that's the woods. What's this way then?
After the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of
This is where we're
town.
going. I don't remember coming here in the demo either.
The Valentine mansion
Maybe it is different.
loomed
Maybe the
over
demo was
every other building in
something
town,
different.
both figuratively and literally.
Can't do anything here yet, anyway. Into the creepy woods.
The path led into
Yes,
a
I
small
remember.
hollow at the edge of Weepwood.
Okay, no turning back now. Caution! Electrified fence. Is that sign new?
The fence thrummed with a gentle electric buzz.
Okay, so what would Rolo do if he was
Luca
here?
often asked himself what Rolo would do, so that he could rule out that option.
I was gonna say, not what we should be doing. Definitely not touching that thing. Ooh, I have some.
As sparks flew from the fence, the light atop that section shut off. 2 bulbs remained. One more to go.
Boom!
The fence's buzzing gave way to silence.
Okay, moment of truth. Would have thrown that can
Every
at the
kid in
thing to check
town
it.
knew the old Valentine fertilizer building. Long abandoned, the warehouse once served as the industrial heart of Beacon Pines.
I remember correctly, we do something here, we wait, we go back, we come through again, we come back to here, and that's where the demo ended. I remember. I think it's the second time we come here, the demo ended. I think.
Now, it stood only as a reminder of things left behind. The dormant building showed strange signs of life.
Hey, so Rolo wasn't exaggerating for once. What's going on
Only
here?
one way to find out.
Wow, that smells awful. Too bad Rolo's not here. He'd have no problem poking around in there.
hose emitted a subtle sound. It was actively draining some kind of liquid. The water looked almost diseased.
Because it's
flowed
possibly
slowly
not
into
water.
the woods.
I mean, to me it looks more like oil.
Luca
Locked.
thought he heard faint sounds coming from the other side of the door. He pressed his ear against the cold metal to hear better.
Zipper? What steps?
The sound of footsteps grew louder.
Excuse me. Hello? Shit. Sorry? Why do I feel like that's a fishing bait?
The heavy steel door knocked Luca to the ground. Disoriented, he looked up to see an imposing figure silhouetted in a green glow. It lunged toward him. He tried to scramble away, but felt a gloved hand latch onto his ankle. Luca watched his fingernails leave trails in the dirt as the hand slowly dragged him back through the door, into the lab, into the green light. This is a story about change. It was far from the sort of change Luca imagined for himself. But change is, after all, a dangerous animal. The end? I probably should have warned you about this. There are many paths that our story can take. Most will end in tragedy. But don't let that discourage you. We will find the ending that this story deserves. I just know it. From here on out, a charm will have a check mark when it's been used to its full potential at a given turning point.
Okay.
Now, let's try something different.
Sorry, we can use shit in the conversation with the sister. The best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little shit. Fuck me.
In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little shit.
Just run up and kick her. Make a break for it. What have you done? Did that little shit just kick me? Run all you want, you little twerps. You gotta come home eventually. Dude, fucking hell. Sorry. Sorry about that. Rolo can get overexcited sometimes.
Solomon Valentine,
He's also awesome design. I like this guy.
current ward of and future successor to the Valentine fortune, huffed as he brushed off his pants.
Town of complete and utter fools. One wonders if it's worth taking anything here seriously. Either way, I'm really sorry. No matter. How are you doing? Me? Yes, with all that business with your mother and whatnot. Oh, I'm getting by. Still no word from her at all? No. It is truly a shame. What if I could use shame against the sister? That'd be a little shame, wouldn't make sense. Your grandmother has taken residence to keep house? Yes. And how's that going? We mostly stay out of each other's way. You make it sound like she's rarely at home. It's not like that. She just has a lot to do. Mm-hmm. She's still settling in and trying to figure out how to make ends meet. Indeed. Well, count your blessings. Better to have a caretaker who is rarely around than to have someone who tries to compensate by smothering you with attention. It doesn't sound so bad. Trust me when I say it's best to rely on yourself. Family has a way of creating more problems than they solve. No arguments there. Oh.
Solomon trifled a gesture toward the approaching heiress Valentine.
Speak of the devil. Don't wander off like that. I'm much too busy to be looking all over for you. Apologies, heiress. I was just taking a stroll through town. Strolls are for commoners. You're a Valentine now. I want you to be present for the construction of the History Museum. future of this town relies on its ability to remember our family's great past. Of course. I wonder he was running off before. I'll get a different conversation with you this time. Yeah, we just run. But nope. Boy's got too much of his father in him. That's... sentence. I win. Little help. Also, is that a path going off to the left? Oh, I didn't check that before. I am the champion. We were racing. Did that road get longer? Like anything ever changes around here. But that's Bacon Pines. Hi Beck, how you doing? Disappointed. Why? Bacon's horrible. Just saying. It seemed longer. You're just lightheaded from the run. You really need to pace yourself better next time. Not sure why I would take advice from second place. Has that sign always been there? Wait, what? Caution, electrified fence. No, that's definitely new. Creepy. How are we going to get around an electric fence? Don't worry, I've got this. Why did you do that? Lara always says you can figure out what the plan was when you're done. Wow, so your dad's a dumbass as well. Great, what now? But I did my part and established that touching the fence is bad. I'm sure you can handle it from here. I'll supervise. Well, we already know what to do because we did it before. True, but a game called Bacon Pines implies a whole level of debauchery that I'm here for. Point, to be fair. Proper safe distance, right? You stay over there. I want to see if... Is this a path? This looks like it goes somewhere. Hello. Property of Valentine Fertilizer Company. Looks old. So, most likely from before the, whatever they called it. The foul harvest. Oh, we know I can use those to break the things. Can I use these? Whoa, you're a genius. I know. I already did this. Think that did it. Luca, you never failed to impress. Now we get to sacrifice him to the guy out in the door.
As the windows of the old warehouse came into view, Rollo began to bounce excitedly.
Check it out. And Rollo, you weren't exaggerating for once. Was there ever any doubt? This definitely needs investigating. Good thing 2 ace detectives are on the case. This is bizarre. This is awesome! That didn't happen last time. Did you feel that? What's the excitement in the air? You bet your butt I did. Check out this puddle. That's not normal. And this hose. Oh man, the door's locked. Try harder. No dice, it won't budge. Oh well. So hang on, is there a... I hadn't actually checked any of these things. Fucking socials. Turn the music down a touch. Hi John, how you doing? This dumpster's new, right? I bet it's got stuff in it. Can't really see what's in here. Who did all of this? My nose is itching. I think I smell some treasure. Are you sure that isn't the hazardous waste? Just help me get in. Rollo, it would be my honour to throw you in the trash. Fucking hell. Come on, Lady Luck. So, what's in there? Let's see. There's a squishy bag of squish. Wow. Good inch of stagnant sludge. Your natural habitat. Wait, hold the phone. Hold 2 phones. Check these bad boys out. Walkie-talkies. Just like Hank Atomic Communicators. What is that? I'm doing alright. Forgot how much I actually enjoyed this game from the demo. Like, it is just a run around and pick options kind of story game, but it's so fucking cute. And concerning. Do these actually work? Ground command to Hank Atomic. Hank, do you read me? This is Hank Atomic, ground control. You're coming in 5x5. Is that a correct term? The gist is, guy on the left is us. We're the little reindeer guy. I think it's supposed to be a reindeer. His grandmother's a deer. I think it's supposed to be deer. I was getting goat, but I think it's supposed to be deer / reindeer. His dad died 6 years ago in the foul harvest. That's all we know about it so far. There was a foul harvest. His dad died mysteriously. And then his mom disappeared was it a year ago or 6 months ago? His mom disappeared 6 months ago and he's now being looked after by his grandma. Everyone reckons his mom's dead. He just thinks she's disappeared and we're going to go find her and try and figure it out. Little tiny town. The harvest was a moneymaker until the foul harvest, whatever happened. And it fucked the harvest over. Now there's a company coming in to do something different and do festivals. And we've decided we're going to investigate this weird abandoned warehouse that was from the company who ran the harvest back in the day. Because Catboy over here, Rolo, saw some lights in the building when it's supposed to be abandoned. The rest of the gist is that as we go along, certain things give us charms. So it'll be like a word. For example, shit. And at certain points, we can change the word that we respond with and it changes the branch that the story takes. But we can also go back to previous branches and change the word we used. So the first time we came to here, just before this bit, we run into the cat's sister. And the only option I had was something about being chill to deal with her. It didn't work. She dragged the cat home. I had to come here by myself. And someone in a freaking giant, like, hazard suit came out of the building and dragged us in, and that was the end. But in the process, we got the word shit from the guy saying shit as he came out the door. So we go back to the interaction with the cat's sister and changed it to deal with her, we be a little shit instead of a little chill. So we kicked her and ran past, and now we've got both of us here. So we can go back and change things to get different outcomes. In some cases you have to because it leads you into a dead end. I just love the art style. Like, look at these fucking characters. They look awesome. It's kind of kiddie. It is a little kiddie. There's things like shit and toxic waste and stuff going on and people dead. But like the art style and the way some of them talk, it's a bit kiddie. But I love the art style and I like the idea. Why not? How are your vital readouts, Hank? It's getting a little stuffy in here. Requesting assistance for evac. Help is on the way. Somebody is also coming to the door. What's that? Someone's coming. Give me your hand. I'm trying. My hands are covered in squish. Scoot over. I'm coming in. This is the guy that dragged us in at the end of the previous attempt. Tell me you saw that. I don't know what I saw. It's coming back. Get down. That's a body. That's gotta be a body.
The boy sat petrified under the weight of the bag.
Oh god, tell me that's not what I think it is. Also, the goat guy and I assume the cat guy is similar age. They're supposed to be about 12. Filled with broken glass. Luca, do you know what separates run-of-the-mill detectives from ace detectives? A ridiculous hack? When the chips are down, ace detectives dig deeper for clues.
Rollo felt around at the large sack which burdened them.
Aha!
He snapped off a tag from just within a small zipper opening in the bag.
Some sort of badge or something. What's it say?
Rollo held the badge up to a faint shaft of light within the dumpster.
Dr. Prescott, Deep Engineering. It's a name tag. Who would throw away a bag full of slimy old name tags? I think it's just one name tag in a bag full of something else. Okay. I think we should make a break for it. Stay calm, this is no time to panic. I'm not panicking! You're panicking! Rolo, calm down. You don't have to squeeze my hand so hard. Dude. Not holding your hand. Messing around. What other slime-covered hand would be in here? No. I'm beginning to see the benefits of your run for our lives plan. Right, we've clearly established that I'm faster than you, so I'll go first. Why not go together? Nita and... Flaming chicken coop, Luca. It was a reference to something he said earlier. It's not just a weird sentence. I'll make sure the coast is clear. After I go, count to 100. You hear me yell, run. If you don't hear me yell, run. Actually, either way, haul ass. Rolo, I'll give you credit. You sure found an eventful way to start our summer. What I do? Well, here goes nothing.
Lucas sat in the dark, tracking the sound of Rolo's footsteps as he ran. 1, 2, 3. He pressed his ear to the dumpster wall, straining to hear Rolo's footsteps as they faded away. 15, 16, 17. He tried not to think about the contents of the dumpster as he counted. 35, 36, 37. The thick stench made it hard to breathe. Screw it, that's long enough. Luca carefully lifted the lid and peered out. Nothing. No sign of Rolo. No sign of the man in the yellow suit. Time to haul ass.
Wasn't the suit great?
Luca clambered from the dumpster, stumbling to his knees. He was up like a shot and running, sprinting toward home as fast as he could. Beacon Pines flew by, blurred by the tears that welled up in his eyes. He wouldn't remember getting home at all that night.
Right, we were drunk?
Throwing his front door open, storming up the stairs to his room and surrendering to sleep almost as abruptly as he hit his pillow. Chapter 3. Finding a Friend. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table.
Finding a friend as Rolo disappeared.
Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
Hello, grandmother. I finished jarring a mess of jam last night. So that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rolo get up to yesterday? Oh, nothing interesting. Nothing at all. Hello? Excuse me. Calm down. No, of course it was the right thing to do. Start gathering, folks. I'll be right there. Rolo's disappeared, hasn't he? Are you sure there isn't anything you want to tell me about yesterday? Anything I want to tell you? Not really. We just sort of ran around a bit.
Gran's brow furrowed. She let out a long sigh. Her voice was quiet and even.
Yeah, it was pretty dead beat, yeah. There's no bodies. There's no arm flying around somewhere. Should have kept it. I have to go take care of something. You are to stay in this house for the day. Under no circumstance are you to leave, so we're going to leave. What? I'm not back by dinner. There's stew in the icebox. But nothing. You're to stay here, understand? Yeah. Say it. I'll stay here until you get back. Good. I won't. Get fucked. Oh, and Luca, you left the icebox open yesterday. We're not made of money, you know. Okay, Grandma, calm yourself. I love that. Born in a barn achievement for leaving the door open. You didn't have to interact with the icebox, the freezer. You could have just not done it. So I wouldn't have got that achievement if I didn't just click everything. Well, that was strange. Anything new in the garden? Since yesterday. Okay, I'll close it this time. Wonder if I get one for leaving the tap running then. I'm not gonna. Let's not just make her constantly have a go at me all the time.
Luca was desperate to check in with Rollo. Until Gran returned, he was trapped. An eerie electronic sound echoed from Luca's bedroom.
Hello? Is anyone there? Is that the walkie-talkie? And if it is, can we knock with the Morse code? Hello? Rollo, is that you? I was expecting it to blow up then. Over. Strange. What words do we have now? We have strange, rumble, shame, shit, indulgent, change, pull, junk, chill, hide, ponder, and tickle. Oh. I don't want to answer the door. I'm coming! Jesus Christ, patience! Excuse me. Oh, hey, Roxy. Is this about me accidentally kicking you yesterday? Is Rollo here? No. Look at me, Luca. This is serious. Is Rollo here? No, I haven't seen him since yesterday. Rollo didn't come home last night. What?
A pit formed in Luca's stomach.
Where was the last place you saw him? We were playing around in Weepwood, then it was late, and we went home. Weepwood? He's alive. I'm going to kill that little creep. Is there anything else? Anything that he said?
Luca's mouth felt dry.
No, we were just messing around. Okay. Need to go let people know to check the woods. You just stay out of trouble. Let's see if he's hiding in the library or something.
Luca could feel his heart beating in his throat.
Not your heart that's beating in your throat. Why would he be in the library? Nothing about Rollo makes me think he would be in the library. Hold on, can I go check the fishing thing again before we go? Was it the other way? Where was the fishing? Oh, it was to the right, wasn't it? It was further in. Do I have any other words I can fish with? We've done 2. We do.
Luca tied a small magnet to the line, fishing with the law of attraction.
I didn't actually talk to the dad in this flashback, did I? We got a key. Key for what? Can I keep that? Where do you think the lock is for this key? Now, why would we want to find that? Because then we would know the secret. That's no fun. The second we know what it unlocks, it just becomes a boring old key. Right now, this key could unlock anything. I mean, true. He just wants us to get new bait. I want to keep the key. Okay, back to the present. That fox kid. Hey, Bert. At least I think it's a fox. Have you seen Rollo? Nope. I've mostly been talking to clipboards. Setting up lots of stuff for the festival. This one said we had to process some answers. Told him that was fine. I'll wait right here until he gets back. Well, we know who he was talking to. Frickin' Red Panda guy. Feels weird seeing a modern building. Yeah, this is the company that's coming to try and improve the area, kind of thing. He's still asleep. Can't interact with him. Do I really want to talk to you again? Howdy, Luca. Hello again, Pete. I'm not Pete, you silly goose. It's Toby. Could have fooled me. Well, hey, it's no problemo. Are they fucking twins or something? The important thing is we'd love to hear your thoughts. Yeah, I'm getting that impression. We're all a part of something special, Luca. It all starts right here in Beacon Pines. I got it.
Toby looked up from the clipboard excitedly.
That's right. How about you start by telling me, look, no offense, but I've got my own stuff to take care of. Oh, you joker. We're all a part of this together. Just know when you're free to answer a few questions. Literally never, sir. Oh, that's not where I was. You really need to get back to work. Just a couple more minutes. If Roxy said she'll be here, then she'll be here. Just don't see why I'm standing around doing nothing, waiting for Roxy. When I could be standing around, doing nothing, and getting paid for it. Come on, Lumi. Roxy needs our help. Yeah, well, good intentions don't qualify as legal tender. Why do I feel like that's a word that we can go back to the previous interaction with Roxy and be flirty with her? Ah, my parents wouldn't listen. No offense, but isn't Rolo always getting into trouble? Something feels different this time. What can we do to help? We need to check where the adults aren't. So I guess it's up to us to check Weepwood. Shift doesn't end for another couple of hours. We can spend the time making posters. That would be great. Yes. Right, Fitz and I will check Weepwood. We'll be back later to pick up the posters. I think my dad has a map of Weepwood. Let's swing by my house and grab it before we head out. Hi. What's this about a missing child? I must stress that the situation is completely under control. The one on the left, this lady here, is a very specific kind of lady. You can see it in her. She's like the building manager, or the freaking head of the freaking what do they call it? Neighborhood watch kind of thing. Everything is her business. She must know everything, and she's going to be judgmental about everything, which is no fucking help whatsoever. Just going to make the situation worse. Just all seems so terrible. And you're sure there's nothing we can do to help? Nonsense. Young Mr. Cotter will turn up safe and sound, I am certain. We just focus on settling in. Trust my sister has supplied you with suitable lodging? Oh yes, Miss Valentine has been more than accommodating. We were just telling our daughter, Beck, that... who's disappeared. Now where did she run off to? I take it we can find Beck somewhere. I'm going to talk to Batgirl. Madam! Hey, Dawn. Is it true about Rolo? Yeah, he didn't come home last night. I wonder if it's connected. Connected to what? I was checking in on reports about increased activity around town. What sort of activity? Windowless trucks, mechanical noises, strange lights. Your typical shady stuff. Who would be doing all of that and why? Well, I have a few leads. The Valentine family is always suspicious. Perennial Harvest certainly has the resources. Have any idea where Rolo could be? The best place to start looking is where the trail went cold. Where did you see him last? We were in Weepwood, right by Valentine's fertilizer. Check out Weepwood when my shift ends. I do my best work at night. Why do I feel like that means that we're going to lose Dawn, we're going to lose the sister, and we're going to lose the one who went with the sister? Because they've all gone towards Weepwood. Still closed. You're still reading your bloody book. His eyes went wide in belief. Disbelief, sorry, not in belief. Duh. What do you mean, vanish? That's impossible. Oh my, he doesn't even see the danger he's in. Right, Luca, what's up? You haven't seen Rolo around recently, have you? He doesn't come around here much. Not since they made a rule that he can only order decaf. That's a bit fucking rude. Can I go down here? We didn't come this way last time. No touching. So I instantly punch it. Hey Griffin, has Rolo been by? Haven't seen him all day. I'm sure he'll show up safe and sound, and when he does, then there's a strawberry chocolate double scoop waiting for him on the house. Of course he'll like that. is a mischievous ginger cat. Of course, he's going to be a bit of a food person, as we all are. Sharper Valentine, a celebration of excellence.
We all know Beacon Pines is a great town. What you may not know is great towns grow from mighty roots. And that is why you cannot tell the story of Beacon Pines without telling the story of one Sharper Valentine. Young Sharper's keen intellect and strong moral fiber led to a grand vision. A vision of a community dedicated to a better tomorrow. In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it. Lucky for us, he decided to grow that vision here, in Beacon Pines. And how does one grow a better tomorrow? With fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose. But then tragedy struck, a scientific experiment gone wrong. An accident which took Sharper away from us far too soon. To this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces. But one foul harvest isn't enough to stop the people of Beacon Pines. The spirit of Sharper Valentine lives on. It lives in the hearts of everyone with a dream for a better tomorrow. Together, we will follow his example and grow a bountiful future. Paid for by the Valentine family and the Valentine Fertilizer Company Remembrance Fund.
I have a feeling there is going to be some element of a climate change-esque feel to it, yes. That was unhelpful. Hey, Wilson? Wilson? History Museum. It's laughable, really. Did you happen to see Rollo in there? No, just the shadow of a family clinging onto a town, clinging onto the past. We got cling. Feel free to check for yourself, but don't expect to have your mind blown. Yeah, we already did. We did not. Check the library last, that's where it told us it wanted us to go. Any bugs? Joey, have you seen Rollo around? No, sorry, Luca. I've had my eyes in the dirt looking for beetles. Can't seem to find any. Never came home last night. You think it's because it's been colder than normal? Just not about bugs. I don't see what that would have to do anything. Why that would have anything to do with Rollo. No, the beetles! You think the temperature confused their circadian rhythm or something? Who's to say? I'm no beetleologist. Let's keep an eye out for him, would you? Of course. I'm not going to go to the other bits, because one is Weepwood where we lost him, and one is a sealed-off area, so go check the library.
Oh, the cobs I've eaten. A salad-centric travel guide for the mildly adventurous.
Yuck.
Sally Seashore's simple succulent sundries. Luca brushed off a smudge of dust. Or maybe it was flour. 30 recipes so easy you'll doubt it's even edible.
You'll doubt it's even edible.
A peek behind the curtain. The methods and ruminations of Patrick C. Montesquieu. One of the greatest acting minds of our time. By Patrick C. Montesquieu.
New additions.
There were rarely any actual new additions. Simply a variety of existing content rotated into the front display each week.
Not fooling anyone. Talk to you two in a minute.
Mycological phosphorescence.
Glowing mushrooms. More like my complete loss of interest. Yep.
The bottom corner shelf was a dusty array of thick science books. Only one binding was clean enough to read. Cellular Biology and the Chemistry of Mitosis.
Boring.
The entire top level of the library was devoted to comic, most of which were Hank Atomic and the myriad of lesser revered spin-offs.
Wow, I got an achievement for being a nerd and poking around the library. What? To you first over here. Hey, Jace. Oh, hey, Luca. Did Rollo come by? No. I was actually surprised. He's usually here early on days when a new issue drops. Rollo's the biggest Hank Atomic fan I know. Besides myself, that is. Well, if he does swing by, tell him to meet me you know where. I don't know where. No, he knows where. Oh, roger that, Space Cadet.
Kato volunteered at the library during the summers. He wasn't very social, so he'd dedicate each summer to becoming an expert in a single subject, making him a reliable source of very particular knowledge. If you were to ask Kato something he didn't know, he'd escape into the dusty old bookshelves and return with just the right thing.
Interesting. Hey,
Kato
Kato.
was lost in his reading. Luca crooked his neck to see the title, Introduction to Melitology.
Melitology? Ahem. Oh, hey, Luca, you snuck up on me. Good book? Dunno, just started it.
He gestured to the shelves.
I'm really running out of books I haven't read yet. And now it's on to the wonderful world of bees. That's all it meant? Turns out bees are pretty cool. For instance, did you know that around 70% of bee species actually live in underground tunnels? Or that if there are two queens in a hive, they will fight to the death for supremacy. I'm not sure I should be fighting anybody. Why would you give me this option? That's interesting, but you haven't seen Rolo around recently, have you? Not since yesterday. Keep an eye out for him, okay? Sure thing. If I see him, you'll be the first to know. Haha, haha, haha. Shut the fuck up. Oh. What sort of monster puts candy behind a locked door? Oh, yeah, Mr. Nuncreed works weird hours sometimes. Of course he does. How about you? When do I work? No, what's your name? Luca Van Horn. You new here? Yep, not by choice.
Beck's family moved often, giving her little time to establish any real connections.
Oh, she's the one who ran off from the two in the square with the mayor.
She would tell you she prefers it that way.
I'm looking for my friend Rolo. He didn't come home last night. But he's missing? I guess so. Like, missing. Does that sort of thing happen a lot around here?
Luca shifted his feet uncomfortably.
But yeah, my mother disappeared. Well, that sucks. Yeah. So I should probably get going. You gonna come with me? Hey, wait up. What?
Beck pulled a coin from her pocket.
I'm coming with you. She just flipped a coin to decide if she was coming with me, didn't she? So says the unlucky penny. Unlucky? Yeah, well, technically it lands on heads. Hang on. Technically it landed on heads. Leave this kid to find his friend alone. But I always do the opposite. Oh, kind of like me and Rolo. Yes, Rolo is my unlucky penny. That settles it. A person should never be without their unlucky penny. Let's go find him. The name's Beck. Pleasure to meet you, Beck. I suppose I could use some help. Try to keep up. Ba-ba-bum. So this is where... Excuse me. Where we were. Dang, they boarded up the way in. Well, at least it's not electrified anymore. Puddle wasn't there before.
Luca felt a chill as he approached Beck. Her eyes were locked on the strange green liquid. The nearby grass was coated in a fine layer of frost.
Is this sort of thing normal around here? I think this is roughly where the demo ended, like shortly after this bit. So I vaguely remember this conversation happening. Vaguely. Because puddles of glowing ooze are definitely not what I expected from this place. I have no idea what this stuff is. Well, the next obvious step is science! But what does science suggest? Lick it. Poke it with a stick.
Luca watched as Beck dipped a broken tree branch into the goo. Beck's eyes widened as flowers grew from the dead wood.
Not what I was expecting.
First small buds, which quickly bloomed into vibrant petals.
Not what I was expecting at all.
As quickly as they had grown, the flowers began to shrivel and turn gray. Beck dropped the stick with a grunt of disgust.
Okay. So the science tells us this gunk is weird as hell. Yeah, it seems dangerous. Oh, the bullies. Hey Tish, look what the cat dragged in. Don't have time for this right now, Iggy. Oh, don't say things like that. It hurts Tish's feelings. Ain't that right, Tish? Yup. It looks fine to me. Why, hello. I don't think we've been properly introduced. Iggy's the name. This is my compatriot, Tish. Yep. You've probably heard of us. Can't say I have. I'll forgive you just this once on account of you being new around here. This is roughly where the demo ended. I remember this happening. Why would you hang around with this dud? Oh, he seems pretty alright. Iggy, why'd you have to be so... you? Has he ever told you that his parents skipped out on him? Shut up. It's true, they got tired of having such a pathetic kid and left him. I wonder why we got the card fight. Iggy, I'm only going to say this one time. Don't talk about my family. Well, look who's grown a backbone now that a girl's around. First off, don't assume my fucking sexuality, bitch. Clearly I've been boning frickin' Rolo in the background. Leave me in peace. First his pops croaked that his mom finally couldn't take it anymore and bounced.
Iggy took a step towards Luca, his sneer lit by the glowing puddle. Beck could see tears welling in Luca's eyes, his fists clenched. Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city, but a bully from a hayseed town is really no different from a city bully. Beck took a deep breath and thought.
Well, time to bust out the... Tickle and Strange.
Well,
time to bust out the
time
strange.
to bust out the strange.
Let's go with that one. Alright, Luca, looks like you need a little mud bath. What's wrong with you, new kid? We're about to pound your friend. First off, stop with the term pound. You've used it twice already, and every single time you've used it, it's been sus.
Beck stared in silence, the only sign of life being the twitch of an eye.
It's weird when people don't talk. Yep. Not being a weirdo. Hello? You some kind of wackadoo? Makes sense. Wackadoos travel in packs, eh, Dud?
At the sight of Iggy taunting Beck, something in Luca snapped. Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luca launched himself into his stomach.
Got horns.
Iggy's clothes were drenched in the glowing ooze.
You jerk! My clothes are ruined! I'm gonna...
Iggy's voice began to slur as he struggled to get up.
Oh. Don't feel so good. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, I just... Oh, shit! Well, that was intense. Iggy's gonna be okay, right? Nothing about this seems
The
okay.
person at the warehouse. This strange ooze and what it did to Iggy. Was Rolo caught up in all of this?
You have to find Rolo. The words out of my mouth. If you've never met him. It won't actively let me go across the stuff, which is good. Definitely deserved. Whoa there, little buddies. You startled me. What in the dickens are you up to in this part of town? Technically, we're not in the town, love. We're in the forest. Okay. In the woods. We were just helping to look for Rolo. Oh, you haven't heard the good news? Rolo showed up safe and sound a bit ago. Really? So where was he? It's funny, really. He just got a little turned around in the woods. It can be disorienting, you know. I'm starting to get that impression. Rolo's at his house now, getting some well-deserved rest. Oh, that's a relief. You two should scurry along before you get yourselves lost. Get lost yourselves, thank you. Yeah, come on, Beck. I can't wait to introduce you to Rolo. Oh, that reminds me. Luca, your grandmother was looking for you. He was? He was worried sick. You should march straight home. Not a fucking chance. Beck, your folks might be getting worried too. I'll walk you home. I need to talk with Nellie about work anyway.
Beck glanced toward Luca.
I guess all's well that ends well. I'll introduce you to Rolo tomorrow. Sure, that is okay.
Rollo was safe. A wave of relief washed over Luca, which was quickly replaced by a sense of dread. Gran is going to kill me. If he hurried, he might just make it home before sundown. Chapter 4. Our harvest awaits. Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath.
Gran? Excuse me. I'm home. Everything's fine. For the belt. Gran? Gran? No, I wasn't supposed to go anywhere. I was just helping to look for Rollo. Gran? Roxy came over. She was worried about him. I figured you wouldn't mind if I helped look for him. Turns out Rollo's safe and sound. Gran, however, is just not here.
Luca was alone. The house was empty.
Gran's not back yet. I guess that's a good thing. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but is she dead? Who knows? Nothing to do now but sleep, I guess.
Luca was sitting by the pond.
Oh, I'm in bed. What are you on about?
Listening to small waves lap against a rock. His father sat in a folding chair in front of him.
Pond. Waves. Are you taking the piss here? Because that's not how ponds work.
Without turning, he spoke. Why don't you grab me some nice bait? Sure thing, Dad. Luca hopped over to the tackle box and popped open the lid. Inside was a rolling, buzzing mass. We're fishing with bees? Luca's father gave a warm chuckle. Well, you catch more fish with bees than honey. Pick us out a good one. Luca closed his eyes and plucked out a bee. He could feel its wings struggle between his finger and thumb. Holding it at arm's length, he hurried over. His father deftly baited the hook and examined his work. Interesting choice. With a practiced flick of the wrist, the line buzzed in a graceful arc. The water accepted it without a splash or ripple. The wrong choice, but I respect it. The pond began to freeze over. Sometimes we gotta make the wrong choice before we can make it right. Pallid ice propagated across the still surface with an alarming speed.
What is wrong with this kid's dreams?
Luca scrambled back as the ground beneath him turned cold. Dad, I don't understand. Sorry, kiddo. Understanding isn't always part of the deal. The relentless ice shot through the fishing line toward his father. Dad, look out! His father casually wound the reel.
Excuse me?
None of it's your fault, you know. Never was.
I want to interrupt the stream to have a drink because my throat's dry enough. Which one do I want? Strawberry, mango, melon. One of me. Ramoons or whatever the hell the friggin' thing's called. Had one last night, the orange one. Mostly because orange is my least favourite flavour of any fruit. It's pretty good, to be fair. So you have like a little glass ball in the top, and you have to pop it out with the thing that's in the lid. Little plastic pop stopper thing. Ooh. Now there's a little ball floating in it. There. Oh my god. That's amazing. Yeah. Stops it fizzing. Stops it over fizzing. Oh, that's delightful. One thing I will say about like any form of Asian foods and snacks and things, they do flavours better than we do. Melon stuff tastes like melon. Banana stuff tastes like banana. So I had the little banana biscuits that I bought, yes, last night as well. God damn. None of it's your fault, you know.
Dad,
Rebels.
we have to go. Luca grabbed his father's shoulders, trying to pull him away. Please, you have to run. The ice crackled as it spread across his father's hands. That's the thing about fishing, Luca. His chest began to crystallize.
That's the thing about fishing, Luca. Sometimes you get turned into a crystal and die. Ah. Fuck.
You toss your hook in, and you never know what you're gonna pull out.
Death.
A shock of searing cold ran up Luca's arms. He gave one last desperate tug. The chair tipped backwards in a single frozen mass. Luca tried to stop the momentum, but it was too late. He watched the icy form of his father slam into the hard ground, shattering into 1,000 pieces that crowded around his feet. Dad, I don't understand. What does all this mean? The gentle rustle of leaves was the only reply.
We have definitely gone past the demo now, by the way. This is all new stuff.
Luca's eyes struggled to focus on the walkie-talkie.
Rolo. Still no grandma.
Faintly, he could hear Rollo amongst the noise.
Luca? I can't hear shit. Rolo, is that you? Luca! There. Yes, I'm there. Rolo, it's the middle of the night. Luca, thank God. Listen. Don't know how long this thing will work down here. It's not Rolo that's reappeared, is it? Down here.
Rollo's voice was coming through more clearly now, but some words were still just static.
Listen to me. Someone grabbed me yesterday. What? The man in the hazmat suit? It was someone. Took me to some sort of something. I think I'm underground. Underground? Are you okay? Kinda? They seem more interested in something, for now at least. Mr. Kerr said you made it back home safe. Kerr? No. Trust something. He's something. Don't trust Kerr. He's a piece of shit. There you go. Hold on, someone's coming.
The signal went silent.
Rolo? Rolo, where are you?
Luca held still, waiting for a response, his pounding heartbeat marking the passage of time.
Hey, I think they're gone. Something's getting worse. I can barely hear you.
Rollo's voice began to fade.
I'm losing signal. Not much time. Mission control. You need to... treehouse. The treehouse.
With that, the signal
I'm
died for
assuming
good.
use the stupid frickin' dish thing to enhance the signal. Because that wouldn't work, but you know. Also, yeah, so when I got to work this morning, got a message off my sister with a link to, there's a Fendi Pokemon range that's been released. It's all basic as fuck. Like, for example, it's just a t-shirt with Fendi written across the middle and a Dragonite behind it. Singular t-shirt, £610. Not even fucking kidding. £610 for the t-shirt. For a pair of trousers that look fucking awful, £1,320. Not kidding. Hang on, let me open the trousers. I'm going to load the page. It's loaded like the list of items. Yeah, there we go. Like, those are the trousers. They're fucking ugly. £1,320. I'll get a zoom in on the pattern. Like, it does not look good. It does not look good. Who the fuck is spending £1,300 on a pair of trousers you will never wear? Like, the worst offender, for me at least, is a bucket hat. So, packable. Comes with a little bag that's Stratini. £520 for a fucking bucket hat. It's fucking awful. And there's not, it's like there's not just one or two items. There's hundreds. There's jewellery, there's bags, there's key rings. There's a fucking charm Hang on. The charm itself's kind of cute. Oh, there you go. Focus. Charm itself, the little Dragonite charm, pretty cute. £470 for a charm, and it's sold out. People bought it. Or it was never in stock to begin with, which is probably more likely. Like, some of the little bags and things are kind of cool because they're actually different to just a bag. Fuck me. There's a scarf for £170. There's a freaking silk foulard. I assume that's supposed to be a handkerchief. £370. Oh, no, sorry. The ones that look like really cool. Oh, no, that is a bag. See, that I'd understand because it's at least custom. It's different. £2,150. I'd kind of still understand it being a designer thing and it's custom, it's different, but then most of the bags are just bags with a picture of something on the front. And they still cost the same amount. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's like a bad joke. That pattern, those pants, that amount of fucking money. You'd be mentally ill to spend that, literally. Literally, I don't understand. But she sent to me just before I started cleaning, and I was just stood in the cleaning cupboard like, what the fuck is this? Very loudly. Thankfully, there was only me and Tom there. What was he trying to say about the treehouse? What's at the treehouse? The antenna, told you. He wants me to use the antenna in the treehouse to get a better signal. That's not how it would work, but fair enough. Like, it might extend our signal, but it wouldn't extend his signal. Finish the coffee now. Finish me melon.
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and sprinted to the treehouse.
It's the middle of the night. Can we go check other places? No. Can we go back in and check for Grandma again? She's legitimately just not here, isn't she? She's gone. Yeah, she's gone. So either she's hoping it up somewhere. On the farm. There's farms. You use hose on a farm. Shut up.
Luca heard a group of footsteps approaching.
Grandma?
He dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted.
Oh, it is Grandma. With other people. So we all understand our roles. I'm guessing she's the one from the diner, judging from the outfit and the fact we haven't met her yet. Still think we need more time. This wasn't the original plan.
Mr. Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side.
We're all in danger now. I, for one, refuse to sit idly by while that danger persists. Hiram, you just keep your wits about you.
Mr. Tolliver took one long, quiet breath.
You're right, you can count on me. Just wish we could have made that deal with Heiress Valentine. Her resources would still come in handy. Would have still come in handy. As I said, I have no time to contact her after your call this morning. Plans change. How's Luca holding up? He's fine. We shouldn't lose sight of the fact that this is all... I know very well what all of this is for. We have no choice. Operation Sparkplug has a new objective. Are we in agreement?
The three shared a determined look.
Excuse me. Good. We'll reconvene after the festival. Grandma's being shady. She knew we were there because she stopped. Gran, what are you meeting with Mrs. Fratelli and Mr. Tolliver late at night for? Hey, Luca. Hi, Dawn. Dawn, you scared me. How long have you been there? Oh, just a few minutes. Earlier today, I saw Mr. Tolliver and your Gran enter the diner together. When my shift at the newsstand was over, they still hadn't left. So I used the greatest tool of any investigative reporter. Time. When they left, I tailed them here. What do you think they're up to? Whatever it is, they seem organised and determined. They mentioned the festival. Yeah, I heard that too. Has your gran been doing anything different recently? Anything strange? We got a phone call this morning and rushed out the door. A call from Hiram Tolliver, it seems. She was either furious or terrified, or both. Luca, be careful out there. Think we might be in the middle of the scoop of a lifetime. I will. You coming out? Nah, I'm gonna stake out here for a bit longer. See ya, Luke. Luca. Sorry. We go this way, yeah. I want to go out of town. Beacon Pines isn't safe. I want to leave. What are the dogs up to? Have anything new for the fish before we carry on? Damn.
Luca wrapped
Clean.
some tape around the hook. Hey, you never know.
Judging from the positioning of the items on the side there, there's one more we're missing. Looks like there's 6. Oh, never mind. They're not evenly bunched. Evenly spaced. But a bunch of big words written on it. Let's see that. We regret to inform you that your application for property rights with respect to the Beacon Pines CBD and surrounding area has been rejected. Who's that for? Applicant Valentine Estate. Good. Okay, so Valentine Estate, we're applying for some dodgy shit.
Luca placed a sinker on the line. Sometimes the best stuff is at the bottom of the pond.
So we'll go talk to the Dodds first because we wanted to go to the treehouse which is next to the pond. Ooh, a message in a bottle. But can't be sealed very well, otherwise it would have floated. Why would it be at the bottom? Malice 80 proof whiskey, which is not that strong. That's 40%. Hard liquor for a hard man. Grim. Let's leave that be. Takes a real piece of work to leave something like that lying around. There is a message in that bottle that is not full of liquid. Also, just a train of thought, but... we could struggle at the warehouse when we're there by ourselves. Wait, Strange has a question mark, not a tick, so which means there's something else that could happen with Strange in that bully situation. We could tickle as well. Yeah, so that... oh, fuck. That's where it wants us to go. Let's go elsewhere first. I did it! I changed the sign. Splendid. Did anyone see you? I don't believe so. You were right. It was simple enough just to rearrange the letters. Odd choice for a prank, though. Situations such as these, odd
The
is
two
good.
boys shared a mischievous grin.
Can't wait for everyone to see the big reveal. It should be quite memorable. Let's make ourselves scarce for now. What's fine? Wait, one on the left? Yeah. Yeah, that one up there. It fucked with the name of the festival sign. I wanted to go see if there was anything else in the woods. Rolo? Rolo, you there? I'm at the tree house now, Rolo. Mr. Kerr said you were all right. Excuse me. What happened out there? Dang it, Rolo, where are you? Who's there?
Luca could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket.
I've got weapons in here. You better come out right now.
He strained to hear as a muffled voice began.
Weapons? How could you hurt something that's already dead?
Fear gripped Luca's throat.
That's the guy that we pushed in the puddle, isn't it? Who are you? What, you don't recognize me? Guess I don't even recognize myself anymore.
Luca stared at the ground for a moment, trying to place the dampened voice. The figure shifted slowly from behind the rocket, revealing itself to Luca.
Yep. I'm a monster. Now they hunt me like the beast I am. Iggy.
Luca reached over empathetically.
Excuse me.
Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger.
Don't touch me. This is all your fault.
Luca slumped to the ground,
Not wrong,
overwhelmed by
technically,
guilt.
but you were being a bully. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I lost control. But you couldn't control yourself for a second. I get to be like this forever. There's the one who pushed his buttons like, fuck you, bitch. There must be a way to fix this. Oh, you're going to be my saviour? Perfect little Luca saves the day with his positive attitude and power of friendship. None of this matters. There's no time. They're after me. They chased me all through Weepwood. I only came in here to hide. Hide from who? Who's after you? Rolo? It's not safe, Luca. Rolo, where are you? The treehouse. I'm at the treehouse, Rolo. Where are you? No, Luca, the treehouse isn't safe. I said they were going to the treehouse. I was trying to tell you to stay away from the treehouse. Oh shit. Who said they're going to the treehouse? The clipboards. Well, did I tell you? Those perennial harvest wackadoos are after me. They've been chasing me, yelling questions at me. What sort of questions? They were saying the same stuff they always do, but it's different now. Less asking, more threatening. Gonna figure this out, Iggy. Yeah, well, thanks. Hello? Was anyone present in this arboreal domicile? Crap, they found me. Luca, what's happening? Don't panic, you stay here and I'll see what they want. This is gonna be the next calm thing, isn't it? Oh my god. Why are there so many of the same person? Hello, Mr. Van Horn. We would love to hear your thoughts. If you have time for an informal chat, we will be brief. Your time is valuable to us. Be down in just a second. Of course. We have a problem. Luca, you gotta get out of there. Who's out there? Is it them? Yeah, it's the clipboards. A bunch of them. How many? Maybe all of them? And yeah, you were right. They were saying the same stuff, but with the creepy knob cranked to 10. Also, we'll do until the start of the next chapter, possibly, depending on how quick that is from now. And then we'll switch to DVD, because my... this is a lot of talking, and my throat doesn't like it. Same as most games when there's this much talking. And water has not been helping. Might young Iggy be present? We would love to hear his thoughts.
Iggy
Run!
slumped to his knees.
Don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Luca, what do we do?
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window.
Follow my lead.
Luca and Iggy climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof, where Rolo had constructed his MCDC.
What?
The Mission Control Defense Cannon.
Sorry? He's got a
From
cannon?
behind the crowd of clipboards, William Kerr strode forward, a warm smile on his face.
Iggy, there you are. You gave all of us a heck of a scare. Go away, just leave me alone. Oh, I'm sorry, Iggy, but no can do. Don't worry, though, we're here to help. Help? And why were you chasing me? Luca, can you talk some sense into your pal here? Just look at him, he's not well. What's wrong with him? What did that gunk do to him? Well, that's a pretty honking big question, Luca. All you need to know is that he's sick. Real sick, Luca. We just need you to let us up there. Take care of him. You told me Rolo was okay, that he was back at his place resting. He is. Poor fellow just got a little lost. That's a lie. That's a hurtful thing to say, Luca. I thought we were buddies. Why? Because he lets you ramble on like a wackadoo? He's obsessed with the word wackadoo. Nobody likes you, you creep.
Kerr's smile faltered.
Ooh. Why don't you pop on down here so we can have a face-to-face? Now, I can maybe shit myself then, scratching the scratch post. Yelling like this is going to give us a heck of a sore throat. Speaking of. And who wants
Luca's
that?
grip tightened on the MCDC.
Let me shoot him in the face. What did you do to Rolo, you liar? Well, shucks, Luca. The only teeny tiny fib I told you was that he was at home. He is resting, and he is perfectly safe. For now, at least. What happens to him next is up to you. Look around. You're in quite the pickle, and I'm the only person in the whole world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends.
Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? He wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca?
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option he had left. Oh, fuck.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fight.
This is another moment like the previous one where I will have to come back and redo this with a different option later on.
He swung the mission control defense cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr.
Hey, Mr. Kerr.
Luca summoned his most insolent demeanor.
Rolo sends his regards. Oh, you dickhead. Hey, that's uncalled for. More than a little rude. Just plain unsanitary. Luca, I really did think we were good pals. What a shame that it's come to this.
Kerr turned his back on the two boys.
In
With
this.
a nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit. As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes. The end. That escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here. Let's put a pin in this for now.
Okay, so we can either go back to there and do... Oh, Strange is now ticked off. Do tickle, or we can go to there and do struggle. Yeah, let's go here and do struggle. So this is if we went
This is
here
a story
without...
about struggle.
Rolo.
Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere near. He felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object, maybe a tile?
So for reference, this is when we go to the warehouse without Rolo, because he got collared by his sister and went home. And we failed to distract her. We went to the warehouse by ourselves. The guy in the freaking hazmat suit comes out, grabs us and takes us inside. So he's carrying us. I felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could maybe help. My hand found a hard object. So I just grabbed the guy's dick.
He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone.
Do what?
Let me go! Luca swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that still held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luca was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home. Chapter 3. Everything's fine.
Which is not what Chapter 3 was called when we did it the other way
The
around.
next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
That was similar. Finished jarring a mess of jam last night. I need to be delivered into town today. What did you and Rolo get up to yesterday? Rolo had things to do, so I just sort of poked around town. I've set the jam down by the front door. There's 2 batches to drop off. One for Mr. Tolliver at the Bag and Wag. Another for Miss Fratelli at the diner, the 2 that she was talking to in the night. Oh, and Mr. Nuncreed. He said he wanted some more. I suspected as much. Yes, he seems to have taken a particular interest in my jam. There are some extras in the basket for that enthusiastic gentleman. Just make sure Fratelli and Tolliver get the ones on top. Passing secret messages, are we? Off with you now while the day is still young. anything different anywhere. I think we've changed the story. Also, now she's ringing out. Hello, it's Juniper Hartford. Before you hang up, just hear me out. I have a business proposition. The simple matter is we both have the same problem that needs solving. Very well, we can meet tonight. Really gonna make carry this shit? Okay, sorry about yesterday. Roxy can be so annoying. But good news. No more boring chores for me today. Did you make it to the old Valentine warehouse? So, what did you find? Give me the dirt. Something happened. There was someone else there. What? Who was it? Was it aliens? I knew it would be aliens. No. Zombies? No. Alien zombies? What else could it possibly be? The only possible outcomes. Alien and zombie, that's it. Nothing else. Rolo, I've got to deliver these into town first. We can catch up after. Ooh, is it a whole thing? It sounds like a whole thing. Yeah, we shouldn't talk about it here. Meet me at the treehouse tonight. I'm not sure what this treehouse is that you speak of. Meet me at Mission Control. Roger that, Space Cadet. Good God, man. Good fucking God. Right. Hey, we're in a different place. Hello. Wait, watch your step. Oh, sorry. There was a whole family of beetles here. They've gone missing. Thought they just sort of wandered around. Everyone has a home, Luca. Even
Luca
beetles.
checked the soles of his sandals.
Think we're okay. Weird that they're gone. They went missing when the festival preparations began. You think the noise scared them away? Something like that. Just watch where you step, okay? Bum, 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 bum. You can tell those jerks it doesn't matter how many boxes they pile up. They ain't moving. Okay, then. So we need to... Wait, where was... Is it you? No. Mr. Wilder, I trust you have time to chat.
Eris Valentine, oldest of Sharper Valentine's children, and heir to the Valentine fortune, had a way of making questions seem like demands.
Certainly, what seems to be the
Mr.
problem?
Wilder had learned to assume that if he was hearing from Eris, it was because she had taken issue with something he had put in the paper.
Couldn't help but notice that the front page of this morning's paper was consumed with stories about this silly festival. Well, yes, that is the news of the day. But there was no mention of the museum, nor the foundation through which it was endowed. I'm sorry, Miss Valentine. My readers are more so interested in this town's future rather than one family in particular. There was a time, Mr. Wilder, when the goings-on of my family was the only thing this town cared about. Well, things change, ma'am. And you know, change is dangerous. If you finish that thought, I will make that monocle a permanent fixture of your anatomy. My apologies. Good day, Miss Valentine. Did I give you the impression this conversation was finished?
Mr. Wilder averted his gaze and began to polish his monocle.
Well, good day, Mr. Wilder. Good day. Anything new here? Hey, Dawn. Excuse me. Hey, Luca, what's up? We got you on jam delivery, eh? Yup. Have you seen the new kid around yet? New kid? Oh, yeah, we haven't met, Bex yet. Yeah, came in from the big city. Her parents both got jobs here. Get this, one of them is working for William Kerr and Perennial Harvest, and the other is working for Heiress Valentine. And the Valentines represent Beacon Pine's past. Perennial Harvest has positioned itself as this town's future. Must make for some interesting dinner table conversations. Can you imagine? I don't care. To be honest. I could just be left alone, young Mr. Van Horn. Oh sure, sorry to bother you. It's just that... Mr. Kerr has asked me to make the opening speech at the festival. Being mayor and all, you might expect me to be a charismatic speaker. The truth is, I'm terribly nervous. I really don't think I'm cut out for this sort of thing. Cut out for being mayor or for public speaking? Both, I suppose. I never really chose any of this. It's more of a duty to my family. For our legacy. Sounds like a heavy burden. As for the festival, just speak from your heart. I'm sure it'll be great. But, madam, I've got you some jam that's definitely not got any secret messages or anything in it. Well, if it isn't my favourite little jam runner. What? Hey, Mrs. Fratelli.
She leaned forward and pinched Luca's cheek.
Excuse me. Oh, hello. Hi. What do you want? Lie down then if you're going to lie down. Like, don't be annoying. Well, don't get too comfy because I'm literally switching to DBD soon, which involves a toilet break. Adam. Are you going to lie down or what? Nope, you're just here to be annoying. Start off. Go somewhere else. You're all skin and bones. Is your gran not feeding you? She is, it's just... I understand. You know, I taught your mama how to cook back in the day. He's also 12, which means he's just started his growth spurt, which means he will probably just stay skinny for a bit. You may not even remember, but you and her used to help out in the diner. See that picture over there? That's you helping your mama back in the day. So cute running around in your little apron taking orders. Whole situation just breaks my heart. What happened with Eleanor? Why did that name not come out properly? I've got a feeling she's out there somewhere, yearning to be with you again. Few things in this world can keep a mother from her son.
Luca shifted the basket uncomfortably.
Depends on the mother. Oh yes, let's see
Mrs.
here.
Fratelli lifted the cloth and inspected the jam.
Ah, they even have my name on them. How thoughtful.
She carefully lifted out her jars of jam.
You tell your gran hello for me, Luca. Will do. That's one done.
Luca squinted at the faded photo of him and his mom at the diner. Memories of that day came flooding back.
Oh, good God, I can actually do things. I'm ready to help, Mama. Alright, little buckaroo. Is there a reason that it's avoiding showing me the face of my mom and my dad? In the flashbacks, like the dad's facing away from me on the fishing chair. She's facing away from me here. It's up to us to feed these folks while Mrs. Fratelli is away. Got to deal with the inventory before I can start cooking. You think you can handle taking some orders in the meantime? Yes, Mama. Hiya, Roxy. Luca. I'm helping. Oh, hopefully your work ethic will rub off on Rolo. What can I get you? I'm not really feeling like a burger. How about a chicken sandwich with bacon on top? Coming right up. Chicken sandwich with bacon on top. Here you go. I call it the Love Me Tenders. Nice. Aren't you a little young to be waiting tables? Just helping out. I'm also making the food, apparently. Ah, my father had me hustling when I was your age as well. Father always says, children are to be sails, pulling a family ever forward. Well, I suppose. No, sod off, cat. Sod off. Because you're only jumping up to be annoying. Go somewhere else. Okay. Hi, Beanpot, how you doing? That doesn't sound very fun. Plenty of time for fun. For instance, Father and I always make time to have lunch together once a month.
Luca glanced at the empty seat across from Gus.
Should I come back? Oh no, it turns out Father was too busy to have lunch today. What a bitch. I'll just go ahead and eat alone. Silver lining is, without him around, I can have my usual. A nice stack of cold cuts topped with a pile of sloppy chili. Doesn't sound nice. Okay, that's supposed to be like chili con carne chili. Here you are. Cold cuts with steaming hot chili on top. I call it hot and cold. That's perfect, thank you. Who are you? I don't remember this character. Gadzooks, they've shrunk the
Jeff
waitstaff.
slapped the table and gave Luca a toothy grin.
I've heard of Jeff, but I don't remember where. We haven't seen him before. How's your pops doing? He's been pretty busy these days. I know the feeling. Tell him that fishing rod he ordered should be ready next week, will you? Oi! Get down! I've been climbing the curtains, little bitch. Sure thing. I've been in the mood for something sweet. You got a burger that can satisfy a sweet tooth? Sweet burger? Yeah, and top it with some grilled cactus. Grilled cactus? Art wants what it wants. Sir, are you pregnant? That's a very pregnant kind of concoction. Ah. Here's your order. I call it the Sweet and Stabby. Now that's a burger with bite. That's fucking weird. Looks like we're missing a few things. Why don't you run out and grab some more ingredients? Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so I take that as I can do the rest of the orders when I get the things that we need. Kind of like the fishing. Okay, so that was the one at the diner. There was one somewhere else, and there was one shop at the far end. I don't remember who the other person was. Oh, it's you over there, isn't it?
Huddled at his counter, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining apples. More accurately, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining one apple.
Is it poison? Is it for Snow White? Excuse me. Hello? Eve?
With a yelp, Mr. Tolliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air as it fell.
Oh, sorry. No bother, no bother.
He leaned forward and lowered his voice.
See, you have something for me. Yeah, Gran had some jam I'm supposed to give
He
you.
leaned in a bit further.
Jam? Yeah, these ones on top. You wrote your name on them.
Mr. Tolliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear.
Ah, yes. A jam. Thank you so much for delivering this jam to me. Yeah, there's either something hidden inside the jam or there's a note somewhere in the label or something.
He
She's
reached
sneaking
forward and snapped up the jars of jam, giving Luca a little wink.
I shall put it on my store shelves post haste. Hey, I should finish my deliveries. Of course.
He
Of course.
leaned in for a final whisper.
Of course. What the fuck is wrong with this man? How do you keep the ice cream cold? Keep them on ice? Where'd you get the ice from? I don't know, somewhere cold. How do you keep somewhere cold cold? Look, Bert. You want some ice cream or not? No, I'm good. Fuck's sake. Right, now the creepy guy that wants to shag our grandma. Right, can I go into the library? No one new's there. Can't be asked, sort of. There, jam. Got some jam for you, Mr. Nuncreed. Excuse me. Luca, you seem chipper. Well, aside from being on delivery duty, it is a nice day.
Mr. Nuncreed eyed Luca for a moment, then nodded in agreement.
I suppose it is. Do you want your jam? Oh, right. Usually Juniper drops those off herself. I guess she's busy today. Anyway, this is my last delivery for the day. Oh, in that
Nuncreed
case,
snatched the basket from Luca.
I'll hold on to the basket until the next time I see your gran. Want a reason to flirt. And there's Bex, who we haven't technically met yet. Hey you, anchovies or pineapple? What? Don't think. Just answer. Pineapple. Why? How old are you? 12. Perfect, follow me. Who are you? Anyone ever tell you ask too many questions? Just try to keep up, okay? Pineapple was the correct response. Anchovies are fucking disgusting. And pineapple does belong on a fucking pizza. If you don't like it, don't have it, but it does belong. What just happened? Well... Hey, what a crazy coincidence. Here's my new friend I was just telling you about. Oh, that's wonderful. Yep, we just hit it off. Oh, really? Get this, his favourite pizza topping in the whole world is pineapple. And what's your new little friend's
Beck
name?
locked eyes with Luca. The look on her face was equal parts expectant and desperate.
Luca Van Horn, nice to meet you. I'm Nellie, and this is Ilona? I guess. We're Beck's parents.
Beck gave Luca a quick nudge.
Oh yeah, Beck told me all about you. Already feels like we've known each other for years. So you both can stop obsessing about making friends. Oh darling, we never doubted you. It's just that for children with fewer than 5 close friends, the probability of a stunted development doubles. Thanks. I never had close friends because I didn't really give a shit about anyone. Still don't. Honestly. Well, 1 down, 4 to go, I guess. What Nelly means is that we just want this move to be as easy on you as possible. You can relax. A friend has been friended. Calls for a celebration. Luca, you must join us for dinner tonight. Dinner? Wow, another coincidence. I already asked him and he said he would love to. It's just wonderful. In that case, we should pick up some groceries. Oh yeah, we were supposed to be meeting Rolo at the treehouse tonight, weren't we? You two don't get into too much trouble now. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Thanks a ton. You're welcome? Question? I owe you one. My moms are great and all, but they can be a bit much sometimes. Our house is the little cottage next to that big mansion place. Wait, you live on the Valentine estate? Yeah, that's the spot. Meet me by the big creepy gate. Don't be late. Or I'm back to square one on this whole friend grift. Great, see you there. Hello. Good morning, Jeff. What's so good about it? Another day further down the tubes, if you ask me. Come on now, it's not all bad. The festival is coming up. Ugh, the festival. Old man Valentine used to put on cockamamie shindigs all the time. And where did that get us? Well, it's Perennial Harvest putting on this one. And they're doing it for the whole town. As far as I see it, the difference between the old Valentine Company and this new Perennial Harvest outfit...
Jeff dug through his pockets for a bit.
...is the difference between this empty soup can and this brown banana. Those are both garbage. Exactly. Mean. One way to hammer home a point, I guess. This way. Bee nest.
Luca peeked up at the beehive. It appeared to be deserted.
That's strange. The bugs are all gone. The beetles have disappeared. The bees have disappeared. Oh there, little buddy. What brings you to this neck of the woods? Oh, I was just wandering around a bit. Wondering? How wonderful. Children and their wonderful wondering. Old to be young. Anyways, I can't let you pass just now. Top secret business, that
Mr.
away.
Kerr winked with a wry smile.
We already know that he's dodgy as fuck from the previous run, so... I'm just yanking your chain. Perennial Harvest is just making a few
He
improvements.
gave Luca an energetic thump on the shoulder.
Better head home now. Our harvest awaits. Yeah, in this run we haven't had the bully situation by the creepy green goo that transformed the bully, so... Bully man is okay. No. So who all lives in that house? Heiress and Gus Valentine grew up there. Solomon moved in a few years back. Creepy little kid in the vest. I like Solomon, he's cute. He's the, like, Doberman-y kind of looking... I think it's supposed to be a Doberman. Either a Doberman or a Dachshund, they both have similar looking shape of face. Not body, obviously, but you can't tell with this art style. That sounds like the one. So just 3 people living in that huge thing? I bet a bunch of shady stuff happens all the time in a place like that. Not really, the Valentines pretty much keep to themselves. So it's empty and boring? Pretty much. What a waste. My mom says it used to be way busier back before Sharper died. Or the foul harvest. Okay, that's like the 5th time someone mentioned this foul harvest thing. And you all use that same ominous tone. Eventually you're going to explain to me how that harvest got all fouled up. But we can't keep my parents waiting anymore. This way. What's for dinner? Because we're all different kind of animals. We've got whatever she's supposed to be. Cat of some sort. The moms were like possibly squirrel and rabbit kind of looking people. They were weird. And I'm a deer. What are we having for dinner? Those kids would just have ditched me by this point. Why are you still here? You look like you could use some help. You know what, Luca? You're not so bad. Let's get through this as simply as possible. Just eat, smile, and nod. Right, whatever you do, don't bring up their work. Think I can handle that. Oh yeah, because one of them works for the Valentines and one of them works for Perennial Harvest, who are like direct opposition.
Beck took a long breath, then gave a firm nod.
Here goes nothing.
Chapter 4.
Technically where I said I wanted to leave it. It's just saved, so perfect. That is where we're going to leave that. We will carry that on either Wednesday or Thursday. It'll be early week. I don't know whether I'm going to do that first or something else first. We'll see. Right, I'm going to pop for a quick toilet break, and when I get back, we'll do some Dead by Daylight. If anyone would like to Swift, get your games loaded. Ugh, my eyes are watering. Ooh, right, I'll be back in a little bit. I won't be too long. I'll just leave some music on while I'm gone. Back in a minute. I won't be long.